to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sooners will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Utah State Aggies offense takes the field. And David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a beast, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. They made the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Davis will throw. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Hunt is in the air. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So Oklahoma's offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last...
Breaks into the open. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Snap it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Makes the catch. It's carry-on. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They'll send out the kicker here. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And will take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Burleson.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Into a tight window. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Wants to throw on first down. It's caught downfield. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Davis looking to pass. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late, and as a result, it's an INT.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They go to the draw. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught near the sticks. It's carry on. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Robinson.
And a nice catch. Way to get your feet down, and your reward is 0 yards.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Got it in the middle, it's carry on. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Inside a minute to play here in the first half. Might we get a touchdown before the break after all? And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Wants to go up top on first down. Now adjusting. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. And they spike it to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Touchdown Sooners! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And it's them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead. That gives them tremendous confidence heading into halftime.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Got enough for the first. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Firing deep. He's got it inside the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
The Aggies will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Lindsey. Unloads it downfield. What a catch along the right sideline as he makes a huge play. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Bond. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Looking to throw on first down. The screen, and watch out. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off play action. Quickly out to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Run in the red zone, it's Robinson. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Great job by the back on the option. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Texas is in front. They've played awfully well today in DKR. And while there's no Ricky Williams or Earl Campbell out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 10 over New Mexico State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Davis will throw. Under fire. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Utah State up-tempo. Backed up in their own end. Don't hold the ball too long. The short hands. It's Lyle. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Catch in the middle. It's Carry-on. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Davis looking to pass. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They might need a telescope to find the first down marker, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's the heat. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They are in business, starting this drive inside the 10-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up the 2nd and goal.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.